welcome to Trevor's Barking Mad channel. And it is going to be a barking one this time. I was going to do you a musical one this time, but the time just flown by, and today has been a disaster. It's been actually a really good day. Took the dogs down to the beach. Dottie went to the vets to have a usual little squeezy, and then I went and did my first block, which went really well. And yeah, it was around Portsmouth, Havant and Gosport, so it was all very nice. Went home, popped in, saw the doglets, and then went for my second block. This is a bit of a trial, this one. Now, I always like to start my second block with 80 miles on my guessometer on the car. Now, that is 80 miles how you've previously driven the car as an approximation. If you've driven the car carefully and you're going to be hacking it around, you're not going to get 80-mile range. If you've driven it carefully before, and you're going to drive it carefully again, you'll most probably get around about the 80 miles. It is called a GOM for a reason. It is a guessometer. It's only basing itself, its details, its facts on what you've done previously. So I do try to drive it carefully and get as much mileage as I can. Saves a bit of money. So I did a little rapid charge at home, not at home, at Instavolt, and yeah, I turned up with 86 miles for my second block, which was great. Am I still charging? Yes, I am. Okay. And this block, it was quite a challenging one. It was going all the way from Fareham, Sedgensworth, and I had an hour basically to get 2 deliveries done to start with, one at Hedge End and one at Winchester. Now that's a little bit challenging in rush hour, but we turned all the eco settings off and we hacked it and we did it. And then there was another 4 more deliveries to do. All around stunning countryside, and on the last 2 I could actually slow it down, relax and enjoy it. And I thought, well, at the very worst, I can charge up at Sutney Scotney Services. They've only got 1 charger there at Services. I wonder what would happen if a petrol station at Services only had 1 petrol pump. That's the scenario we're in. So anyway, I finished at a very lovely property, 1 parcel at Wanston, and I then put into my own sat-nav because my work had finished for Sun Scotney Services, southbound. Went there, got there. It was very, very nearby. It was very handy. I can't remember exactly how many miles I had left. I think I had about 41 miles left on the GOM. And it was 37 to get home. It was too tight because, a bit like a petrol tank, the last bits of the GOM go quicker than the first bits. Well, they seem to go quicker. No, they do go quicker. Well, they certainly do in my Leaf. There was someone charging there, and they were on 41%. And it was a family, obviously, I guess, coming back from a holiday. And, you know, they weren't going to be shifting anywhere soon. So they were going to be stuck there. Most probably it was an MG estate long range. They most probably be stuck there for a good half hour at least, 40 minutes. I maybe should have stayed there. Oh, excuse my tummy, I'm hungry. So I thought, a little wise thing, let's go to the Winnell Tesco's. That was free at that moment in time. So motored on down, it was only like a few miles away. Got there, there's a 4x4 on it. It took me ages to find it. Well done, Tesco's, for not putting a solitary sign up where your recharging points are. You got about 4 low power ones and 1 rapid one. I wanted the rapid one, obviously. They're all situated together, but unless you knew where you're going, I drove around different sections of the car park for ages. Also, that's my finger. So there's a 4x4 on that one, and that didn't tell me how many percent he had. So I just thought, oh, blow this. So I'd plugged into the sat nav for Places Leisure Centre at Eastleigh. The Holiday Inn adjacent to it does have one, but it's a BP one. BP don't give you your deposit back, which is 30 quid. You have to go through the clawback system with your bank. Well done, BP. Lost my custom. So anyway, the one at Places was by Mer, M-E-R, quite a new company over here with their chargers. But alas, although it's got 3 different heads on the charger, only one car can charge at one time. Okay, it's a leisure centre, not a services. I'm not going to have a go, but a BMW i3 was charging up. They haven't got the hugest of batteries, but the damn sight chances are that someone's gone in there for a gym workout, or they've put their car on a rapid. So that's going to be hogged for most probably a good another half hour at least. It might not have been. Could I take that chance? No, I couldn't. So I then put in somewhere where I knew there was 4 chargers. And here we are at Ninja Warrior in, I think it's Bursardon area. It's a little retail park with a Ninja Warrior big course thing over there. I've not been in it, obviously, with my figure. And they've got 4 Instavolts here, and I'm very pleased to say we are charging up. I was sick of going to places where there was only one charger, and I just made straight aim for, in the end, the one that had 4 chargers. And my argument is, whether it's the government or whether it's the services, if places like retail parks, McDonalds, etc., can put in or can arrange to have put in 4 chargers. McDonald's have 2 chargers, very rapid ones, very fast ones. It doesn't really benefit me because my car only goes up to 50 kilowatt speed, but they do go up to 150 kilowatt speed, the chargers. If places like those can do it, then why cannot the services? It's not a miracle. It doesn't need to take months on end of planning permission and all that absolute twaddle to get them installed. Yes, it is a rant, because I ended up here with 10%. I had warnings on. I wasn't far from going into turtle mode, which is where it just limps home. Could I have got home? No, because I was averaging on the motorway, which isn't the best use of power for an EV, especially a smaller battery one like mine. I was averaging 3 miles on my GOM to 1 actual mile. So it was getting a little bit scary. I was trying to think of a polite way. I just use the word scary. And yeah, let's just turn it on and see where we're at. And it's as quick as that. It really is as quick as that. I've gone from 10% up to 40%. I've got 48 miles. I'm going to go and stop the charger. But it does just beggars belief that you've got a centre like this where you've got the range, Lidl's, the Ninja Warrior, a little bit of a industrial park there. Then you've got KFC. Greg's and your Costa over there, and then you've got these 4 wonderful, very new Instavolt chargers. Well done, retail park. Thank you. Right, sorry, I've gone into skinny mode on the screen if you're watching it on your telly, because I'm just going to finish this very short vlog off on my way home. So it doesn't even finish perfectly as it should. When I got to that Instavolt charger, you can either tap a card, you can use their app, but I don't have that, and their app's a bit up the creek at the moment anyway. Or you can insert your card, or you can swipe your card. So I just tapped my debit card as I always do, and I obviously needed to tap the number in. So I used I then put a credit card into the machine and typed my pin in and all that, and it started charging. Wonderful. And then to get Instavolts to finish, which I quite like this feature, because bloody cyclist, get off the road. Rant. because it means Tom, Dick or Harriet can't come along and just tap the screen off the charger and finish your charge. So I quite like the fact that you can only stop your charge with your card. So I used the credit card, the Barclays card that it had started on by inserting it. So I did that, and it tried taking another £30. And I thought, that's not right, it's trying to start another charge. And it was trying to start another charge. God knows how, because you can only put one car on it. So I then cancelled that, and then I thought, has it taken it off my debit card then by some weird chance? And I put that in, and yes, it had. So when it said not authorised on my debit card, I put my credit card in, typed the code, typed the PIN in, and it started the charge. Amazingly, it had taken it off the debit card that it said was not authorised. I'm going to use decline because there's no reason for it to be declined, but not authorised because I was due to put a PIN in. Oh, talk about confusing. So yes, that cost £5, and that's not too bad. Instavolt aren't the cheapest; they're up amongst the most expensive one. But 99% of the time, when you go to one of their chargers, you know it's going to work. They are good. They use good quality chargers, and yes, well done, Instavolt. There's a few other companies like them. Osprey, oops-a-daisy. And although rather expensive, Shell, they're also pretty reliable for working. I must admit, I've never had a Shell break down or not work on me. So there we go. That is, I'm sorry it's a bit of a rant, but it does need to be aired out there, because yes, I'm very, very pro EV, as anyone will tell you. I believe it is the way forward, and it is the way forward for an interim period. I think then something like hydrogen cars will take over, but we're still a long, long way from them being the norm, rather than what they are now. I think there's 5 hydrogen stations in the UK. You know, sort of use your whole tank just going to the station. So EVs are going to be around for quite a time. Battery tech is changing amazingly fast. It really is. And yeah, the battery in my 2017 Leaf is most probably quite old school, really. It'll be lithium, it will have cobalt in it. So all the haters can all go and write your little hateful comments. I shall block you. I'm not polluting, and I'm not going to get started on that one. My electricity is not shipped halfway around the world, or down a pipeline, or on the road in tankers also polluting. So I'm doing my little bit, and that's all that matters to me. The thing is, the infrastructure could be a lot better out there. We're being encouraged to do this, believe it or not, although the government discount things, I think it's all but gone. Your discount to have your home charger put in's gone. So it is down now to the manufacturers to encourage us to do this. And to be honest, they are. Vast range of cars coming out there. Prices are so reasonable now. It really is. And yeah, I do look at treating myself to possibly a Hyundai in the next year or two. But anyway, more on that another time. That's been today's fiasco. What should have been a nice little ending, being home for about 6:30. It's now 7:10. I've most probably got another 20 minutes, 30 minutes to go. I'm going through a place called Park Gate. I live in Gosport. Excuse me. And it's just rather frustrating, because I would have been home a lot quicker had any of those 3 chargers been working, I wouldn't have had to put so much in. And I've gone out my way to get this charge. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, subscribe button. You forgot what the word was. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, and share, and comments below. There will be a musical one next, I promise you. It's way overdue. I did actually do a musical one the other day, totally forgetting that the computer had been rebuilt. I reinstalled all the drivers for all the things, the camera, the audio box, etc. onto the laptop, and then I recorded about 7 tracks, which I was rather pleased with. It's the first or second time this year I've actually switched the keyboard on, and only to realise it had recorded it through the microphone in the laptop, which is absolutely rubbish. So I will sit down hopefully over the next 2 days and get one done, and most probably fire it up for next Wednesday. You take care, look after one another. It's still a crazy old world out there. Be good. Bye.